talking about those practical tips that you need to know about as perhaps your parent or you reaches that second half of your life. How do you pack up? How do you transition to a new place? Well, we're joined by some certified senior move managers this morning. One of them, Nancy Waters. We've been talking about how you decide what goes and what stays, but we're talking about family heirlooms. What do you need to know first off with family heirlooms?
With family heirlooms, first of all, you have to understand how important they are to you and then how important they might be to your family member. This platter might be, I can remember maybe when my grandfather and grandmother served their turkey on it back in, the early 1940s. I won't say how old I am. Anyway, so it's important to me, but I haven't used it for years. So my family has no attachment to that. And they may not have any use for it, although it means so much to me. So if it's important to you, have the conversation with your family. If this is something that has memories to them and they want it, let's talk about where it's going to end up, because it may be not ending up where you think it will be, but you'll know where it should be and where you might want it to be and who wants it, which is a very valuable conversation between you and your family member.
Now, once you had that conversation with those heirlooms, it's all time to sort. And that's why we turn things over to Susanna Ellerbrock. She's another certified senior move manager. How do you go about sorting through these things that are so precious to you?
Well, that's a very difficult thing to do, and we kind of use the rule of thumb. You want to keep it, you want to give it to your kids, you want to give it to a charity, you want to sell it, or do you need to dispose of it? Those are the 5 areas that we really focus on. And sometimes it's getting out the kitchen table and starting to put those things on the kitchen table in those piles. Again, it's what I want to keep, what I want to give to my kids, what goes to charity, what I want to sell, and then what needs to dispose of. Those are hard conversations to have even with yourself.
Yes, and especially with yourself, because things hold different value to you than they do to your children. Now, having those conversations is just the beginning. Coming up on KHQA this morning, we're going to be talking about those practical things around your house. How do you determine what stays and what goes when it's time for a move? And this is stuff even you at home, no matter your age, need to hear.